Hello and welcome. You can add in an autoresponder so that when you actually make a sale, the buyer is placed on your email marketing list. In order to do that, you're going to go to the marketing tab, and then you'll see at the top that there is a tab that says mailing list. And then you're going to see a number of mailing list providers. So if your mailing list provider is one of these that is listed, you will then be able to click that link and then enable your autoresponder. So for example, let's enable get response. Now what get response will require is that you have an API key, and then once you do that, you'll be able to see some of the campaigns. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, we're going to add in the API key from get response. And to do that, we're going to access our account, and we're going to go to the integrations tab when we get there. When we get inside of get response, we're going to go to the my account tab on the right hand side, the upper level. And then once we get there, we're going to go to this link that says API and OAuth. Once we do that, you'll notice that this API key is grayed out, but yours will be visible. You're going to click the copy link, and then that will put the key into your clipboard. Once you get the key, you're going to place that key inside of this settings dialog box. And once you click update, then you'll actually see that your campaigns are listed. And so you will then go to this drop down arrow and you'll choose one of the campaigns to actually match with your product sales. Once you have a campaign listed, you're then going to click update. Once you do that, your autoresponder will then be connected to every sale that you make inside of Sendout. Now you will not be able to line up different campaigns with different products. You will be able to line up one campaign with everything that you do on Sendout. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Hello and welcome. What we're going to do now is we're going to set up our payment methods. And to do that, we're going to go to this settings gear, and then that's going to give us a link. We do that, we're going to go to this left side menu and we're going to click payment settings. Now, assuming that you already have a Bitcoin address, you're going to want to take that Bitcoin address and place it inside of this area that says Bitcoin address. Now, Rocketer has what it calls a Bitcoin partial payment leniency percent. And this means that when the payment that you get lands within a certain percentage, you will opt to go ahead and take that payment. The reason this is necessary is because the price fluctuates often during the course of a day. It could be that the buyer may not have processed enough Bitcoin to meet your price. And what you can do is you can set this number. If the buyer meets within 5% or 10% or 15% of the actual price, you can determine that you will accept that payment and you will actually deliver your product. And of course, there are other payment methods. Rocketer will also take PayPal. It will also take Stripe if you wanted to offer those options at the same time. And once you've added in and you've saved your address, Rocketer will tell you that you have successfully updated your payment settings, and you are then ready to start taking Bitcoin into your Rocketer account. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now that we have our embed code, all we need to do is to grab this embed code and place it any place where we need to put HTML code for the button to show. So, for example, what we'll do is we will take this entire piece of code, we will copy it, and then we'll go to a site where we need HTML code. For example, we can go to our WordPress site. And when we get to that site, we can choose to add a new post. We will not use the visual editor, we'll use the text editor. We can then center the code. When we do that, we can then place our code. We can then put a back code in here. Once that code has been added, we can then click the Publish button. Once we can verify that our post has been published, we can then click the View Post button. And you will see now that our button is now inside of our post, and that means that someone can click this button. And when they do that, they'll have the opportunity to pay in Bitcoin. We can also place that button on any HTML sales page. All we need to do is to figure out where our button actually goes. And what we'll want to do is we'll want to make sure that we add it where the code goes. So we will replace this code by cutting and pasting it, allowing it to be inside of the area. We will then click inside of our Dreamweaver, and then we'll see the Buy Now link. When we upload this document to our server, we're actually going to see the button and not the text link. And you'll see our button code there. When it is clicked, will actually give our buyer the opportunity to purchase from us in Bitcoin. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Hello and welcome. Now, depending on when you are watching this video, you'll notice that on January 23rd, 2018, Stripe, the payment processor, ended Bitcoin support. So that means that you will no longer be able to use Bitcoin as a means of payment through Stripe. Now, they've discussed the reason that they have decided not to do this. They've discussed possibly using other cryptocurrencies, but currently they're not going to consider cryptocurrencies at this time. Now, there are other payment processors that do similar things to Stripe. However, in terms of working into your regular online business processing, we'll need to explore that in this course. So in some cases, you may run into a plugin or a gateway that still says that it uses Bitcoin and Stripe together. However, these are cases where these things have just not been updated. We will be working with Bitcoin and other processing in this course. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Hello and welcome. We are going to be working to sell your digital products with Bitcoin. And to do that, we're going to work with the SendOwl network. And you can go to sendowl.com and you'll come to this site and you'll notice that there is a sign up and pricing. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go and check the pricing. Now, in each situation, you are going to have a free trial. And you'll notice that there's a standard, premium, business, and then a basic account. Now, the major differences between the standard and premium and business will be the fact that you can have streaming video from the SendOwl platform. Of course, if you're not going to stream video from inside the SendOwl platform, you can start with a free trial and then upgrade to premium if you need it. Now, the other thing is going to be storage. And once again, if you're going to be storing content off-site, you can start with the standard version, and then after the trial, you can then go to the $15 a month plan. Now, the trial is actually going to last for 30 days. So that's how long you'll have to be able to get a product up and running and then to cover your actual platform fees. And when you first take note of the pricing, you're going to notice 3 different kinds of plans: standard, self-hosting, and subscription. Now, the standard plan assumes that you are going to be hosting your products on SendOwl. So that means that SendOwl will both secure and to deliver your product once your customer pays. Self-hosting assumes that you are going to deliver a URL for your customer once they've actually paid. Subscriptions assume that you're going to have recurring payments from your customers. So the lowest level at which you can do subscriptions, products, and then an upsell is going to be the premium level, where you can start your free trial. And of course, at the end of 30 days, if you decide that you need to use one of the other plans, you can certainly upgrade to that plan. So to get started, let's go to start our free trial from the premium area. Okay, so once you have that information inside of SendOwl, you're then going to click sign up. You should then have an email from SendNow. However, that email will not require you to verify your account. So once you have this email and you are inside of your account is then ready to be used. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now, the first thing you're going to want to note is that SendOwl will assume that your PayPal address will be the one that you signed up with. So if it isn't, you are going to want to reconnect your PayPal account with the one that you want to receive your payments on. And you can actually change that by clicking this change link and then updating your PayPal email address. Now, this course, we are primarily going to be working with Bitcoin. And so we want to be able to connect with a different payment gateway, and we're going to click connect to a different payment gateway. Now, one of the gateways that we're going to be using is going to be BitPay. So if you're outside the US, you can still use Bitcoin, but you'll need to use the BitPay gateway. And so what SendOwl will be looking for will be your pairing key from BitPay. So in the next video, we will start by going inside of BitPay to get the details to place into this account. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.